Earbuds have come a long way, and like almost all tech these days, they just keep getting better and better. And these earbuds have two brand new features that I've never seen before. One of them is really awesome, but there is a problem. And I will explain what that is. But listen here real quick. If you want to see what I'm talking about and why these earbuds are very different, then definitely stick around. So let's get into this. These are the Xiaomi Buds 5 Pro, released in the first quarter of 2025. These are Xiaomi's flagship in-ear offering, but you should know there are two versions. So the standard Xiaomi Buds 5 Pro come in the ceramic white and Titan grey colours. At launch, these cost $159.99 here in the UK. However, I did just look at the Xiaomi website and there is some offers running, and I will post an affiliate link below this video so you can see if that offer is still running. Now, the second version of these earbuds have one of the features that I've never seen before. They are the Xiaomi Buds 5 Pro Wi-Fi, and they support 4.2 megabits per second lossless audio over Wi-Fi. But, and this is a big but, this feature only works with the Xiaomi 15 Ultra, which Xiaomi did not send me for review. I just have the regular Xiaomi 15 here. So sadly, I cannot tell you how much better the Wi-Fi version of these earbuds are and how well that feature works, because I can't test it. But one thing I can tell you is that this version of the earbuds will cost you £40 more. So long story short, the Wi-Fi connection on these ones can extend the range and the stability and improve the audio bitrate massively in theory. But you should probably also know that if you have a phone with a Snapdragon chip and Snapdragon sound, you can make use of aptX lossless, which isn't quite as fast as the Wi-Fi connection, but the speeds do reach up to 1.2 megabits per second, which is very good. And I will give you my opinions on the sound quality once we get to that part of the video. So let's get a look at the design. I really like this almost metallic finish that these earbuds appear to have. I like the fact that it has a Bluetooth pairing button and it kind of seamlessly blends into the case. I really like the gold accent around the USB-C port and the gold Xiaomi branding. And something I really like is how the only thing you can see through the translucent lid is the gold trim on the earbud stems. The body of the Xiaomi Buds 5 Pro has a matte metallic finish. If you look very closely, there are 3 discrete mic grills on each earbud, and the wear detect sensors are very subtle as well. And the buds themselves are sealed up to meet the IP54 dust and water resistant standards. So sweat and rain are no problem for these earbuds, and sand shouldn't be an issue either. Now, the most noticeable thing to me when it comes to the design is the speaker grill once you take off the silicone tips. There are 3 different size silicone tips if you're wondering. Anyway, that speaker grill is visibly larger than pretty much all of the other earbuds that I've tested in the past. And that may be because these buds use a triple driver double amp setup in each earbud. So unlike AirPods, for example, that just have a single 11mm driver, the Xiaomi Buds 5 Pro have an 11mm driver and a planar magnetic driver for higher pitches and a ceramic tweeter for the mid-range. And to put this simply, this will broaden the frequency response range quite significantly. Most earbuds have a 20 Hz to 20 kHz frequency response. These have a 15 to 50 kHz frequency response, which is a massive difference. And in theory, this should make the audio experience more detailed and more clear, and the bass levels much more powerful than most earbuds out there. And like I said before, we'll get into that in the sound quality section of the video. Battery life on these buds are quite impressive, with up to 8 hours in each bud and a combined 40 hours with the case. A 10-minute quick charge of the buds in the case will give you up to 4.5 hours playback, and the case does support Qi wireless charging. Now let's talk about the software. The Xiaomi Earbuds app can be installed on iOS and Android devices, and the layout is pretty simple with all your important stuff up front, including the adaptive ANC options and the manual ANC options. I'm not sure whether the Wi-Fi and Bluetooth switch would be here on the home screen because I don't have the Ultra here, but I would assume it would be. When you jump into the audio effects section, you get the dimensional audio option. So this is essentially spatial audio or Dolby audio. It just doesn't have that same branding. You do get head tracking here as well. That's an option. And I personally would only recommend using this if you know you're going to be sitting stationary. And it really works well when watching movies or TV series where you'd want that kind of emulated surround sound effect. I have tested this and it does sound pretty good. Now, if you jump out of the app and actually go into your Bluetooth settings, you can adjust the codecs that are used here. The aptX adaptive, if your phone supports it, is definitely the best option unless you have that Wi-Fi option with the Ultra. It's far superior to AAC codec, and that is the best codec that the AirPods Pro support at the moment. The speeds on this are up to 1.2 megabits per second, but again, the connection over Wi-Fi with the Ultra is nearly triple the speed. The controls on the Buds 5 Pro are similar to the AirPods, with them recognizing pinch inputs and slides. And all of these can be remapped in the app. Now, before we get on to what I think of the sound quality, I need to show you that second unique feature that I mentioned in the intro. So you can configure one of the inputs on these earbuds to record audio to the buds themselves, and you can actually record for up to 2 hours on each bud. And once you have captured audio on the earbuds, it can later be transferred to your phone and then even transcribed and AI summarized. This is a crazy feature. I've never heard of this before, and I'm sure you guys could think of some clever ways to use this, like accidentally leaving one of your earbuds in a meeting room so you can hear what people are saying about you. Anyway, here's another feature that's quite unique within the software. If you jump into the audio effects submenu, there are 2 custom presets here that have been dialed in by Harman. You've got the audio EFX, which kind of upscales music for you. And then we have the Harman Master EQ. And if you are wondering who the hell are Harman, well, they're only one of the biggest audio research groups on the planet. They do all of the professional tuning for AKG and JBL. And interestingly, they're actually owned by Samsung. Anyway, now let's talk about that sound quality. So I did test these primarily with the Harman EFX EQ, as that's kind of the default one, and of course connected over aptX adaptive. So the first most notable aspects of the audio here to me was the spaciousness of the sound. It feels very open and very airy. And generally when I test earbuds, I test out vocal heavy tracks with lots of instruments in them to see how they can handle all of that detail. And the vocal clarity is excellent. The details in the instruments are also top notch. And you can tell by the EQ presets here that Xiaomi is really trying to please the aspiring audiophiles and the actual audiophile audience. So much so that one of the EQs is actually named audiophile. And I tested all of them, and my favorite by far is the Harman Master EQ. I don't know why I like that one, it just sounds the best to me. Now, interestingly, there is no bass boost EQ. However, you do have access to an 8-band equalizer to play around and dial in your own bass boost EQ. So that's what I did, and then I tested these out with some bass heavy tracks. What's nice about these is that when you push the low frequencies up to their maximum on the EQ, the sound doesn't fall apart. The earbuds contain the bass really nicely without distortion, and it seems like doing this doesn't affect the mids and the high frequencies. And this is likely due to the triple driver setup that I mentioned earlier. So overall, they're a very nice sounding pair of earbuds at this price point. You could make a case for these sounding quite a bit better than the AirPods. And the reality is they might sound even better if they were connected to a Xiaomi 15 Ultra. Anyway, now let's do a little ANC test and an extreme test of the microphones on these earbuds. Okay, so this is how we're going to do it. I'm going to blast some road noise from this speaker here, and also there's another one over here. I've got the noise cancelling set on deep, which is the highest setting for the noise cancelling. Let's play this audio, and then I'll drop the volume to the point where I can't hear it anymore. Maximum volume. That last one was a big drop off just then. A massive reduction in sound. Another big reduction here. And about here is where I can faintly hear the sound. And if I push the earbuds in a little further, I can't hear it at all. So if you can still hear that, just know me sitting less than a meter away from the speaker that's playing that sound, I can't hear it at all. Okay, so this is the microphone quality you can expect from these earbuds in a very quiet room. Now I'm going to introduce that sound that we were just using for the noise cancelling test. This is how the microphones would sound if you were on a busy street. And now let's introduce some wind. This is how the mic sound on a windy, noisy street. And yeah, let me know what you think of the mic quality. There are 3 mics on either side, and there's also AI algorithms to clean up the audio. So let me know how my voice sounds. Let me know if you can hear the noise. And yeah, that wraps up this video. I appreciate you guys for watching this one. Let me know what you think of these earbuds. And I know I've said it a few times, but I wish I could tell you how good the Wi-Fi connectivity is on this. But I guess, forget it. See you guys in the next one. Don't be late.